Hundreds of people from all over Wyoming lined up along 2nd Street at Healing Park in Casper, chanting, singing, and making their voices heard as part of the hands-off movement. Passing cars variously cheered in support, shouted profanities, or sped up in reaction to the crowd. This protest is part of a series of nationwide protests telling Donald Trump and Elon Musk to take their hands off human rights, the Constitution, the economy, and the U.S. government.
It's just a moral difference at this point rather than a political one.
They try to turn people against each other, try to play on their prejudices and their fears.
The hands-off movement sparked peaceful protests in communities across all 50 states, including rallies in Cheyenne, Cody, Gillette, Jackson, Lander, Laramie, Pinedale, Rock Springs, and Sheridan.
The first thing I noticed was the canes. I didn't expect there to be as many older folk here, and the gap between, our generation, the older generations, it seems almost monumental, but everyone's here for
the same reason.
Yeah. This is what democracy looks like,
Protesters expressed anger with the Trump administration's Department of Government efficiency cuts, wide-reaching tariffs, the potential privatization of the USPS, gutting of the U.S. Department of Education, treatment of the LGBTQ+ community, immigration reform, and what they saw as the dismantling of democracy.
President Trump is acting like a fascist, concentrating all his power into his office. I want to stand up for veterans. I served my country as an officer in the 1st Cavalry Division. Trump is a draft dodger, and most of the time he's been out there with my buddies who are still serving. It was just for a photo op.
Nobody voted for Elon Musk. I think that a lot of the things that are happening right now, a lot of the things that our leaders are doing are frankly unconstitutional.
When the economy goes into recession, energy goes into recession, and that means Wyoming goes into recession. When you turn it into a series of stupid, self-destructive policies and also enraging rhetoric, you don't actually solve the problem. It only inflames tensions and doesn't resolve them.
We need to be doing this because every day a little part of who we are falls away. And maybe by the time we have all the control we think we needed, we will have crushed the life out of everything that matters. We need to stand for something of substance as it's eroded every day by people with hearts that hate, those that wish to rip empathy away from us.
Teenager Addie and her grandfather told us the changes made under the Trump administration make them fear for the future of the country.
I'm just kind of scared for when I get to start voting, how will Trump leave the aftermath of everything for future generations?
I'm out here for the future of this country and my grandchildren. I'm worried about what's going to happen to our democracy.
Wyoming voted for Donald Trump by the largest margin of any state, 72.3%. Those we spoke to at the protest felt that this margin did not accurately represent the feelings of Wyoming's people.
I think a lot of those people that voted for Trump are probably having second thoughts about it now.
It's a matter of, do you care about your neighbor? Do you care about your people? Here in Wyoming, we're called the equality state because we gave women the right to vote first. It's so bizarre to me that this state, which seems to pride itself on equality, would do this.
There's still something worth saving.
No counter-protesters were present to share their views on the current administration. Duncan Cowan, Your Wyoming Link, Casper.